The situation many people are talking about right now is built around fear, anger, and a strong demand for safety in communities that have suffered repeated attacks. And as this story keeps developing, more details are coming out about security operations, arrests of suspected sponsors, and efforts by both local and foreign partners to break the network of armed groups causing trouble in parts of northern Nigeria and the Middle Belt. And while the headlines sound very dramatic, the real story on the ground is more complex, more human, and more emotional for ordinary families who just want to live in peace, go to their farms, open their shops, and worship without fear. So as you listen to this gist, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so more people can get balanced and clear updates like this. What we are seeing is a push by security forces to go after the people believed to be planning, funding, and supporting violent attacks in rural communities. And instead of only chasing fighters in the bush, attention is also turning to the hidden networks behind them. The people who move money, provide information, and create safe spaces for these groups to operate. Because without those hidden helpers, many of these attacks would be harder to carry out. And that is why news of arrests of suspected backers has caught so much public attention. And if you appreciate this kind of clear breakdown, please like this video and subscribe right now. In many affected areas, residents describe nights filled with tension, not knowing if they will sleep peacefully or hear sudden movement that forces them to run for safety. And in the daytime, you see half-empty markets, children staying at home instead of school, and farmers afraid to go far into their fields because one bad incident can change everything for a whole village. And when security forces announce new operations or arrests, people react with a mix of hope and caution. Hope that peace may return, and caution because they have had strong promises before. So if you want more real-time storytelling like this, remember to like and subscribe as we continue. There is also a strong conversation about the role of international partners, because when a problem grows beyond borders, cooperation between countries becomes more likely, especially when armed groups move across remote border areas. And this cooperation can include intelligence sharing, surveillance, and sometimes direct support for local operations. But it is always sensitive, because people want solutions that protect communities without creating new fear. And many citizens are watching closely to see if these actions will truly make their towns safer. So if you are following this closely, like the video and subscribe to stay updated. On the ground, the most powerful part of the story is not politics or strategy. It is the voices of displaced families who say they just want to return home, rebuild their houses, reopen their churches and schools, and live normal lives again. And aid workers talk about camps filled with people who left in a hurry, with only what they could carry, hoping the situation will calm down soon. And every new report of arrests or disrupted networks brings a small wave of relief to them, because it feels like a step toward accountability. And if you care about stories that put people first, please like this video and subscribe. At the same time, there is debate about what exactly is driving the violence. Some say it is purely criminal activity for money. Others say there are deeper ideological or communal tensions involved. And the truth may include several factors mixed together: poverty, weak local protection, long-running disputes, and the influence of organized armed groups. And understanding these layers is important, because lasting peace will need more than just force. It will need trust, justice, and opportunities for young people, so they are not pulled into dangerous networks. And if this explanation is helping you understand better, like and subscribe before we go further. Community leaders in many places are calling for stronger and more permanent security presence. Not only quick raids, because they want to see patrols, checkpoints, and rapid response teams that can act fast when danger appears. And they also ask for better communication so residents know what is happening instead of relying on rumors that can cause panic. And when people feel informed, they feel less helpless. And that feeling of shared information is what we are trying to build here. So please support by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Another key part of this gist is accountability, because when arrests are announced, people want to know what comes next. Will there be proper investigations, fair trials, and clear public updates? Because transparency builds confidence, and confidence helps communities cooperate with security agencies by sharing useful information. And without that trust, fear and silence can allow violent groups to return quietly. So many eyes are now on how these cases will be handled. And if you want continuous follow-up on this story, like and subscribe right now. There is also a warning coming from security experts that pressure on one area can sometimes push armed groups to try moving into another area. So while progress in one place is good news, vigilance must remain everywhere else. And that is why regional coordination matters. Local guards, volunteers, and official forces working together to watch roads, forests, and border paths. Because safety is strongest when communities and authorities act as partners, not strangers. And if you agree with that idea of shared responsibility, like this video and subscribe for more. For everyday listeners, the most important takeaway is that the situation is active and changing. It is not a single event, but an ongoing effort to reduce violence and protect civilians. And that means there will be days of encouraging news and days of worrying updates. But the direction many people are hoping for is steady improvement, fewer attacks, more safe returns home, and growing confidence that those who plan harm will face the law. And if you want to follow that journey step by step, please like and subscribe as we continue this real-time gist. At the heart of everything are ordinary people who refuse to give up on their communities. Local groups repairing damaged buildings, teachers organizing small classes even in temporary spaces, traders reopening stalls, and faith leaders preaching calm and unity instead of revenge, because they know that long-term peace depends on keeping society together, not tearing it apart. And these quiet acts of courage are as important as any arrest headline. And if you value stories of resilience like this, like the video and subscribe now. Many listeners also ask what they can personally do. And one clear answer is to be responsible with information. Avoid spreading unverified claims, support relief efforts through trusted channels when possible, and keep conversations respectful so that pain is not turned into division. Because unity makes it harder for violent actors to exploit fear. And this channel will keep focusing on verified, balanced, and ad-friendly reporting so everyone can listen comfortably. So please like and subscribe to encourage that approach. As security operations continue, people will be watching for signs that daily life is improving, roads becoming busier, schools reopening fully, night travel becoming less frightening. And when those small signs appear, they will show that pressure on violent networks is making a real difference. And until then, patience and steady attention are needed, because quick headlines do not always show the slow work happening behind the scenes. And if you want patient, steady storytelling, like this video and subscribe before we move on. This story also reminds us that safety is not only about stopping attacks, but also about rebuilding trust between citizens and institutions. When people believe that reports will be taken seriously and help will come quickly, they are more willing to speak up. And that cooperation can prevent future harm before it starts, turning communities into early warning systems instead of silent victims. And if you think that partnership is powerful, like and subscribe so we can keep spreading clear information. Right now, the mood across many affected areas is watchful. People are waiting to see if the recent actions will bring lasting calm. And while no one expects instant perfection, there is a shared hope that each step against the hidden networks behind violence will reduce the chances of another painful incident. And that hope is what keeps many families going as they plan for a safer tomorrow. And if you want to stay with this developing gist, remember to like this video and subscribe again.